So you want a Range Rover, but you can't afford one. And you also can't afford a German car. Well, there's this.
The Jaecoo J7 PHEV.
My name is Eugene.
And I'm Letu.
This is Indepth, the home of extravagant reviews.
So, this is one of the most comfortable cars we've driven in a long time.
Yeah,
straight away. It really is.
It definitely is. I mean, it's very quiet. We're driving around 34 kilometers. I must say, we are in EV mode. It tells you that. I'm going to put it into
EV Eco.
EV Eco.
Yes, it's now Evo.
Yeah.
So now,
Normal mode.
See?
We're
It
normal
shouts
mode.
at you and very normal.
it's very loud when it tells you that. The speakers are quite good. In terms of road noise and all that, not that bad. Punch.
Is
Sport.
insane.
It's insane, but I'll speak about
I
that.
nearly dropped the phone, to be honest.
It's
So,
actually ridiculous.
and we weren't even filming, and the phone nearly went flying.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
insane.
It
That
is
is the
insane.
one good thing about an HEV. The performance is great. The range, there's an S63. Okay, never mind that. The range is great. But in terms of comfort, I think they nailed the Range Rover-ness inside here. Now, I'm not saying it is a Range Rover.
No,
It's not the same. Those cars will still be better.
Exactly.
But for 680,000 Rand, can you argue it?
No?
No.
It's very good bargain, bang for your buck.
Yes.
It's very much a bargain for your money. I must also mention in terms of range is that the electric range is currently sitting 101 kilometers. We gained 2 kilometers since we started driving.
Yes.
And I suspect this car does not have a curse system. So that just means that if you drive the car a bit spiritedly in HEV mode, you will gain range.
Yes.
Yeah. But also
Which is quite nice.
to elaborate a little bit more on comfort, in the back, it's so comfortable. The seats are so plush.
Yes.
And they're just so encompassing. It encompasses anyone. I'm 5'8". There's so much space. It's so good. It's like a Range Rover in here.
Yeah, and Letu said that the seats actually look like Range Rover seats in terms of style and design. And they're not actually bad. They are really nicely made, really well put together. And so is the general of the car. I mean, if you pushed around in here, the build quality is really good.
Yeah.
Materials used are quite good. And then just to touch on the screens in the car. Now, you are somewhat a fan of the gauge cluster, and there's some points you don't like. But most of all, it is a really good gauge cluster.
Yes, it is.
And the screen is super easy to use. We'll do a little overview of going through it. The map is so big you could see the whole Earth on it at once. I mean, all the cities. And it's just simple to use. The only thing I wish there was physical AC buttons.
Yes.
But the AC is quite simple to use in there. I love this screen. I'm just going to quickly span there. You can see it there.
And if you guys are enjoying this so far, hit the subscribe button because we're on the road to 15,000 subscribers and there will be a very special car waiting
Sport
for...
mode.
Yes, thank
Sport
you.
mode.
Thank you for announcing that. That
And
punch.
I just want to give a huge thank you to Jaecoo Edenvale
Yes.
for giving us this wonderful car. Their stuff will be in the description.
The new PHEV, bruv, it's something else.
Well, it's quite handsome, is
Just-
what I'll say.
Number one, look at this color.
Yeah.
It's so pearlescently white.
Pearlescently.
Yes, I'm going to use the word pearlescently white.
white.
It's so beautiful in
Yeah.
this sunshine, like when you look at it from here, because it changes in some angles.
Mhm.
Like, when you look at it from here, it's blue, but then when you look at it from here, it's a little bit white.
Yeah.
So it just changes with every angle that you look at it from.
I definitely agree with you, especially when it comes to the way it shines in the light with the black accents.
Yeah.
It's insane. But just in terms of how the car looks style-wise, right?
Yeah.
Especially from this angle right here.
Yeah.
Very Range Rover-esque. Not
Yes.
so much from the front, but definitely on the side.
On the side profiling, yeah.
Oh, I quite like it. It quite reminds me of the Evoque, especially with these the fog
DRLs.
lights over here.
Yeah.
And the way the lines come off from the front, it goes into a working vent.
Porsche, take notes.
Dude, not
Take
just
notes.
Porsche, Audi, Mercedes, BMW.
Take notes. Take notes.
Please, even Land Rover.
How is a Chinese car having real vents, but you can't put real vents?
Dudes. And the thing is, these real vents flow out from here. They go onto this wheel over here that's got the covers and whatnot. Now, I don't quite like how it looks with the covers, but I know that it helps up with your range.
Yeah, it
I mean,
does.
this car's insane range. We're going to mention that later on, but
It's
it's
stupid
ridiculous.
range. It's stupid.
It's actually stupid. But then also on the side, further along, over here, you have this sort of livery over here that kind of looks like the lights at the front. And you have this little kink down over here, which most likely helps out, not just with styling, but in terms of airflow towards the back. reducing your drag, increasing your range.
Which is a lot.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's insane. It's like when I was reading the numbers, I was like, a Porsche doesn't even have that.
Not even a Porsche, a Land Rover. I mean, Land Rover's been doing hybrid cars for a long time now.
Yeah.
But they can't even get the range up to here. We're not going to keep edging you so long. But for now, we're going to move a little bit further back. I want to talk about the silhouette over here.
Yes.
The fact that it looks so Range Rover-like with the roofline, with the mirrors, and the windows especially, but also with the final three quarters. You pointed this out. The final three quarters look a lot like an Evoque.
It does. It does. Except with the Evoque, it is more slanted. Yeah. But with this one, they just brought it more upright. Yeah,
it's a lot more upright. It's sort of giving like a merge between old and new Land Rover.
Yeah.
It's probably why Land Rover would want to take Jaecoo to the courts. We're not going to talk about that now.
But you know what? I think it's best if we head inside because the interior is glorious.
So now we're inside the Jaecoo J7 and there's a lot that we have to discuss in terms of just the interior stuff. I'm going to start off with the gripes. Not to say that it's a bad interior, but there's some things that you want to look out for. For example, with the steering wheel, got haptic feedback. Not the best thing, especially since the fact that, like, sure, it's not what you're going to use in, say, like the VWs or the Ferraris where they have haptic feedback.
Yeah, where you would be on track and that would cause a health or safety standard issue when driving. Yeah. This isn't going to cause that. It just doesn't look nice and doesn't feel nice.
Exactly. It doesn't look nice. You're going to have to clean this thing a million times and whatnot. That's really annoying.
But the steering wheel does look good, though. Yeah. The flat bottom, it is a nice material and it's designed quite well. So, Jaecoo, if you bring a facelift of this, fix that.
Keep the shape of the steering wheel well. We want just buttons back on the steering wheel, though. But one thing that you really do need to change, please can you add another stalk to like at least half the stuff on the stalk?
Yes, because on the one stalk you have Mercedes, park, drive and all.
Yes.
But on the other side, you have your life insurance, your house insurance, your car insurance, your windscreen wipers. You literally got everything on the one stalk. Yes. And for someone who's going to be a first-time SUV buyer or first-time Chinese car user or somebody who hasn't used it before, it's going to be a bit more complicated to learn that. Yeah, and that's the issue. We have spoken about this and the screen already, so we're not going to touch on that too much more. It looks good. It's good quality. Yeah. Speaking about quality, BMW, I'm pointing at you.
Yes, especially me at the back over here. I'm pointing at you.
This car has some beautiful vents with really good materials. They look really nice. They're easy to use. They have grip. Unlike BMW's small little rubber vents. I mean, what are you compensating for, BMW? There's something wrong with you.
So disappointing.
Exactly.
It's so disappointing.
It's so very disappointing, especially when you look at the speakers and whatnot. This car, you actually have
this car has really good Sony speakers that don't move. Exactly. I mean, the materials, this is all soft touch here and here, as well as on the door card, on your armrest, the center console. It's all soft touch, which is why this car to me is such a big bargain in terms of quality. It's coming in around the 680,000 Rand mark, and a 30e X3 is around 1.2 million. That is absurd.
That is absurd.
I mean, the headliner is super smooth, and it runs all the way back to there.
Yeah, especially because in the back, it feels a lot like in the front. Yeah. A lot of the materials are the same, and you have a lot of space back here. I'm about 5'8". I have so much headrooms, legroom, everything that you can associate with a standard SUV. It very much is like a Range Rover in here.
Very much is, I'd have to agree.
And it's got to be practical too.
Yes, exactly. You've got a big storeway here with rubber flooring so things don't move. You've got USB, USB-C as well as back here.
Yes.
And then you have some storage here, cup holders, storage there. And most of all, one thing I'm intrigued to find out about this interior is how it compares to the new H6.
Yes.
Which I think you guys will be curious about as well. And so stay tuned because it'll be here soon.
Now, coming to the back of the J7, there is a bit of an issue with the boot space. It is a little bit small. If you look over here, we don't even have the tripod light stand situation fully extended. But you can see that it doesn't really go that deep, so it might be a bit of an issue if you have large luggage bags or even just grocery shopping. You might have to use some of the seating over there at front. That's because you've got about this much in terms of volume for the seats when they are up in the boot space, and then when the seats are down, you have this much volume, which is a bit of an issue because I think the competition is a lot larger, especially since the H6 GT is around this size and the Ford Territory is also around this size. So you are going to have to consider those in terms of boot space.
And starting off with a bit of a bang, we are in the Jaecoo J7 PHEV, and I'm here to speak a little bit about its competition because it is in a really, really tough market. Yes. But first, I want to start off with something quite cool. in order to start this car, because it is a hybrid, you actually just put your foot on the brake, put your seatbelt on, and put the car in drive, and you can just go, which is pretty sick. And then I wanted to touch on the gauge cluster a little bit more and say that it is really Mercedes-esque looking in many ways, but it is done to a better standard than even the latest MBUX system is, and that's coming from Jaecoo, who is a Merc fanboy. So you Merc fanboys can't win this, I'm just saying.
Even some iDrive systems.
Even some iDrive systems, exactly. This is crisp, it's small enough that you can see everything behind the steering wheel here, and the car so far is just super easy to drive. Now, we have driven some of its rivals. We've done things like a Corolla Cross, which is similar, although this does go against the RAV4 hybrid, which we are yet to test and are looking forward to testing it. Same goes for the H6.
But this is more powerful.
This is a lot more powerful. Even compared to its one rival, the BYD C-Line 6, which we have not done a video on yet, but I have been able to drive it thanks to BYD South Africa, and this is quite a bit quicker because it has more power, and in terms of comfort they are quite similar. I will say the BYDs are built to another level. They do feel just a little bit more premium, but overall this is a little bit less money for the top of the range trims, which is a good thing for this car. And then in terms of this compared to something like the Toyota is behind in terms of technology. It does not compete.
It's a Toyota. It's a Toyota.
It's going to be, I can't even say more economical. Stay tuned for economics. We're going to speak about that soon. But this is just better.
It is better.
It's just better. Straight put, it is just a better car to drive. And speaking about driving it compared to its rivals, something like the Ford Territory, which we have done, this is also better than that.
Far better.
So considering 680,000 Rand, I would immediately consider this over something like an X3. And it definitely, to me, can be seen as a cut price Range Rover. I can definitely see that being the case inside.
Oh,
we are off with a bang.
Another bang. Jeez, this
and we are now in sport mode.
Yes. So this is, I don't know what the hell
and there's
that
a
was.
Mustang we can gap off the line.
It's a new Mustang even.
It is a new Mustang.
Yeah, but in here it does use the same standard J7 motor, so it is a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, but now it has the hybrid system, and combined with that it makes 255 kilowatts and 520 newton meters of torque, which is a lot.
Yes, I mean compared to a competition, something like a BYD C-Line 6, that makes 160 kilowatts and 300 newtons. So this is quite a bit more powerful, and it's quite a bit faster than something like the RAV4 hybrid as well.
Yes,
its closest competition actually will still come from the H6 HEV that we've got coming in SA now, or has arrived in SA, which will be very interesting to see how that sort of works. But I have to mention a gripe. This rear view
is horrid.
Is horrendous.
It is horrid. Like when
my
you look
head
at
looks so small. Like this is the normal view, and I'm going to show you a shot of the rear view now.
Yes.
And it makes your head look puny. And then the back window is also very tiny.
It's like you're looking at a small peephole.
Yes.
It's like you're looking at outside of
a reverse sniper rifle on the app. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's so bad. But even though you are in sport mode, it is still a comfortable riding here.
It's still comfortable. It is also very quiet.
Yes.
We have to keep mentioning that. It does feel premium and quiet. It is also a bit more top heavy.
And the heads-up display is so crisp. Like, yes, I know you already spoke about this, but now that I'm looking at it,
it's good enough to mention.
You just look at it and you're like, wow. Like,
and it even has a little car in it.
It does.
So it shows the people in the road ahead of you or to the side of you in the heads-up.
Yeah, but
and when the robot, when a Polo GTI comes,
you will destroy him. You will destroy him. You will literally, that's even half. At half of throttle, you're already faster than most cars on the road. Like, that's how powerful this thing is.
And the handling's not bad.
Yeah.
It is a bit more top-heavy. But again, the moms who are going to be buying this, or the dads who are going to work,
they won't really
care. You don't need it. You don't need this power, but it's fun to have.
One thing that I do have to mention, though, is the fact that the gearbox is a bit better than what other Cherry Group cars have.
Yes, a lot better.
I really hope that they put this gearbox into all the other cars because they desperately need it.
Yeah.
What it does is that it's able to handle the power in first, second, and third gear, but once you get to what I assume is fourth, maybe fifth even,
it starts to taper off a bit.
Yeah. And that's because the engine is actually still a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder, and so it's still a smaller capacity engine, and that runs out of oomph. It is 105 kilowatts by itself, and then the electric motors are extra 150.
But overall, the package in here, it's very good.
Gentlemen.
Yes. Here we are.
How do you feel about the car?
I love it.
Yes, It's beaten my expectations. Obviously, this is the first Jaecoo on the channel. Once again, thank you to Jaecoo Edenvale. If you're looking for one of these, come to them. They will be glad to help you, and the details will be down below. But overall, is this really a Range Rover underneath?
I think in terms of just I wouldn't say luxury, but comfort.
The premium.
It's very Range Rover.
Premium feel, the comforts and whatnot.
That's very Range Rover.
It's enough to make someone who's thinking of buying an Evoque think twice.
Yes.
You can think about putting that extra 600,000 somewhere else.
And I'll say from my perspective, it has shocked me a bit because, you know, when you expect brands like this, you don't really expect a lot.
Yeah,
but this
you're expecting a RAV4 competitor.
Yes, you're expecting a RAV4 competitor, but this has blown me out the water. It has.
And we don't just say that because we nearly dropped the phone every time we accelerated, because that was pretty insane. But on top of that, because it runs in an EV hybrid sort of mode, this new Chinese development that they've made, it is so quiet. There's no engine noise. The only noise you have is tires spinning while you gap that Polo that's next to you. But overall, the interior is great. There's a few niggles that I have that I'm not really happy with.
Review mirror.
But those are things that they can change. They're not changeable. They're not too far gone. And it's things that, yes, that is a bit too far looking back. But it's things that are changeable, things that they can improve on that little bit more. And it's things that most of all, we are quite opinionated and nitpicking
yes,
on. So it's not like a deal breaker in any way.
It's not a deal breaker.
And you get 1,200 kilometers out of this.
So even if you didn't want 1,000,000 kilometers range, you can't ignore this segment.
I mean, a Porsche Cayenne GTS can only give you 800.
Exactly, but even in terms of other cars that give you over 1,000 kilometers of range, it's just insane the fact that this is becoming normal.
Yes, I mean, BYD has it, Jaecoo has it, Haval has it, Chery has it, Omoda's getting it.
Most of the Chinese competitors.
So all the Chinese groups are going to have a lot of kilometers range, and that's great for their product. But it also is not great because it makes it a very competitive market in the Chinese's own market. Because stuff an X3, get one of these.
Stuff it. But thank you again for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We hope you guys enjoy this because we have a lot more of these coming. Thank you to Haval Edenvale, Jaecoo Edenvale, for giving us this car. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.